Okay, Monday Night Raw. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Oh boy, what do I got to say about this show? Wow. Raw looked like it started off somewhat kind of strong through the first hour and a half. Then it fell off. Then it tried to pick back up, but it fell off again. Well, picked back up and fell off again. But you see where I'm trying to go with this, okay? What do I have to say about Monday Night Raw tonight? Because, Oklahoma City, like I just said before, we do kick off the show with Damian Priest coming out for an open challenge and whatnot. Which, he welcomed everybody to Monday Night Raw. He opened up the show and, talked about this U.S. title and respects it deserves from guys that have held it before him. From Rey Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, and John Cena. But then, there's guys like Bobby Lashley who runs away like a coward, from the tag team match last week. And he says he's going to handle this tonight. And he says, who's going to be the one to challenge me? Anybody, bring it on. Open challenge. Sheamus came out then and kept calling Priest Damo. And then Sheamus says, he agrees with Priest, saying that Lashley, running out on him last week. But, the bro kick is one of the most devastating moves in this company right now. I'm going to kick that smile off your face and get that gold, all right? Drew McIntyre came out then, before you beat Sheamus' ass for the 500th time, the Oklahoma City crowd deserves something new. How about me and you tonight, all right? We need to do this one-on-one. Which, Priest agreed, but Sheamus didn't like what's going on. Next thing Bobby Lashley and MVP come out then talking. MVP basically said, was about to say something else until Goldberg chants happened. Listen, we already took care of that problem, but now we got to deal with y'all, okay? So, I don't have to make an open challenge out here, but MVP, Priest said, you want to have an open challenge, it's admirable or whatnot, but, it's not good for your business right now, okay? On the other hand, MVP said, Lashley beating you for that U.S. title and becoming a co-champion. That's good for business right now. Next thing RKBro came out then. You got an RKBro chant. Orton says, I don't like to put words in Riddle's mouth, but, everything you just said, MVP sucked. And now, Lashley's a greedy son of a bitch that, who wants, a second championship or whatnot. But Lashley says, I do want a second championship. I don't want that U.S. title. Maybe I'll take y'all tag titles and whatnot. Riddle says, that's a great idea, bro. And, how about me and you have an open challenge against you guys? But Orton said that's not how the open challenge works. But the MVP says, nah, we going to deal with that, okay? So, Priest, you can go kicking these pendejos' asses out here tonight, and we'll deal with these tag belts. But next, Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville come out, now making it a triple threat for the U.S. title between Priest, McIntyre, and Sheamus. And for the Raw tag titles, RK-Bro versus Lashley and MVP. Alright, so yeah, open segment, a lot of people coming out here, so a lot of talking and whatnot to kick this whole thing off. What's so funny, it was actually supposed to be Sheamus and Bobby Lashley, but I guess they didn't want a heel versus heel match going on in this show tonight, so now they have switched everything around. Next thing you know, Rhea Ripley came out, was during that segment too, but talked about Nikki Ash, the person that's going to be in her corner tonight, which I don't think a lot of people really cheered or did anything, which she ended up going against Shayna Baszler. That's something we've seen on NXT in the past and whatnot. This match here, like I said, Ripley versus Baszler, it wasn't bad or anything. I know Nia Jax got on the mic and basically said, I don't know what my tag partner is going to do, but I would splatter both of you guys, in this match. I'm going to do the Charlotte later in the show. Basically, like I said, it wasn't a bad match or everything. Of course, Jackson got involved, ended up throwing Nikki Ash into the ringside and whatnot, even a Samoan drop. Baszler tried to roll her up, but Ripley ended up reversing it, and then she got the win, but right after Jax got in, hit a Samoan drop on Ripley, and, Baszler looked pissed off then after walking out. So, Nia Jax looks like they're trying to do something with her again and whatnot. Obviously, her and Baszler look like they about to break up, which, I'm hoping they do, because I'm honestly sick of this team, and they need to move on to something new. Honestly, it's really done no favors for Shayna Baszler at this point in time, but it looks like they're about to give Nia Jax a push, which we'll get on to that in a few minutes. But yeah, as this show continued on, we then got the Viking Raiders cutting a promo in the back, basically talking about Raid, as they're going to do tonight to take on Jinder Mahal and Veer. I don't know why they just don't put Shanky in there with them, but yeah, they had the Viking Raiders, which, I like their entrance with Pyro in it, going against Mahal and Veer, which I thought it was kind of odd. Yes, the Viking Raiders got the win. Hopefully it goes for a push for them, but why pin Jinder? I don't know. Why not pin Veer? Or why just not put Veer and Shanky against the Viking Raiders? Why do you pin the leader? Like, the guy already got killed by McIntyre at SummerSlam, but yeah, let's not have him lose to the Viking Raiders now. So that doesn't really do him any favors right now. Actually, it's not really good. Next week, obviously, I would say the best match out of the entire night. Priest, McIntyre, and Sheamus for the U.S. title. This was a very great triple threat match. I recommend going back to watch this. I enjoyed watching this. The crowd was out there with it too, and it was a very big win for Damian Priest, especially getting a win over McIntyre also, and not just Sheamus. So I feel like it's a big night for Priest, if you ask me. You got him opening up the show. You got him in this big triple threat match. Like I said, I thought it was the best match of the night, and he's pinned the former WWE champion also. So Priest, I feel like something may be looking good for him ahead. I really do. I think they got big plans for him. I don't know what it is, but I feel like something's very bright in his future along the way soon. So, we're going to see how long with his Priest thing goes. But a big win for him tonight. They end up going to Goldberg then. I guess talk about he suffered ligament damage and needs surgery. And, you know, his son's messed up and everything. But you know what? He's not come for the WWE title. He wants Lashley sold. He's going to rip it from his chest. Next thing you know, we get Reginald at another park. You know, when he was coming up in the hood, he always come to the... Get out of there. He went to the park, which... How many parks he didn't go to every week? And then we had Truth and looked like a Ric Flair blonde wig and Tozawa dressed in a dog. As once again, we had more parkour Reginald jumping up things, jumping over the dog, catching a frisbee. And I don't do where is this going. I get it's comedy, but it's a really good comedy. Every week, like Reginald, we're gonna keep going to parks where Truth and Tozawa are gonna be waiting there. And Truth say, you know, every dog has its day. So once again, Reginald gets away. Eva Marie went against Doudrop. Doudrop ended up attacking Eva Marie before this match even started, or the bell never rang. So it ended up in no contest, and Doudrop said, I'm the winner then. So, yeah, maybe it's best this wasn't a match given it to Eva Marie. But, yeah, nothing really much to talk about. Next, Cross. Karrion Kross when we get to Humberto. Yeah, I look at Cross now, and I think to myself, this is Sparta! Yo, he would have made a great character in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I don't know why. He would have made a good role in the movie 300 also, man. Put him out there with Gerard Butler and see what happens. You could have made another sequel to that. Make a third movie starring Cross. You know, here's the thing. They're giving Cross a lot of wins right now. Well, maybe second, third win. They're giving him wins. They're making him look strong. Okay? But I look at this gear, which they say they're trying to sell merchandise, and it's so many names I could, you know, come up with this of, like I said, the guy looks like now a Spartan. I already say like a gladiator, but now he looks like someone that was dressed to go to war in Sparta, and he wears like the straps during the match too. Some would think he looks like the Shredder. Some would think he, you know, looks like a gimp, some sex thing. It's many names we could come up for this, okay? I'm not feeling it. I'm really not, because some would say what was wrong with Cross's gimmick before when he was NXT. He was still very dominant and a very dominant champion. I'm sure the real question is going on right now. Where is Scarlett? I'm sure everybody's saying that, but you know, they're giving Cross wins. But I sit there and I look at this. I don't know, man. I just look at this gimmick or wherever it's going. I don't think this is working. Like I said, apparently they're trying to sell merchandise, but I'm not feeling this. I'm sure a lot of people are not feeling this. Some people believe Cross is done, or he is just dead in the water at this point, okay? And I like Cross, but right now, I don't know. It ain't looking good, I'll say that. It's not looking good. But, next, Charlotte versus Nia Jax, probably one of the most, I don't even want to say stiffest, but this was not really good, okay? I'm sure everybody's talking about the clip now of how both started to throw hands at each other and start no-selling, which, come on, Charlotte, took 3 Samoan drops and still kicked out. But then when it got to a point where it's like, both of them are punching each other, Nia Jax was throwing some haymakers at Charlotte in the head right there, okay? Because they both decided to no-sell. I don't know who did what. This was botchy. I'm very surprised Nia Jax went over clean here. but this was not really good, okay? And then again, this is a heel versus heel match, too, so why do this? And, you know, she pinned Charlotte after a powerbomb, and Charlotte ended up getting back up, but I feel like there's more to this than what a lot of people know, but I can see why people may have thought this was a shoot, and I just thought a lot of the match wasn't that good in general. Then again, this is a Nia Jax match, so either someone's going to get hurt, or you're just going to get a god-awful match anyways, but, you know, you're my co-host had kind of thought, you know, he's seen better in the past with both of these two. Yeah, I've seen better matches in the past with both of these two. This just looked like, I don't know who did what, but a lot of stiff. Alright, just, now, you know what, he said he liked their matches in the past. Let me make sure I get my words right. My co-host said, you know, I always liked their matches, and whatnot, but, you know, this was before this started and whatnot, but, you know, he even kind of said he put his own foot in his mouth after watching this, so this just wasn't good. Alright, this match wasn't good. I still think it's a lot more story behind this to whatever's going on, but this was, this was bad. And like I said, it damn near like a shoot out there too, so, we got folks throwing hands apparently. Yeah, so, what else we got on this show? But yeah, probably the most stiffest bad match on this show. Wow, now I get a phone call during a review. It's always a phone call. Hold that thought real quick. I gotta do this. 2 minutes, call right back. You see, my phone's always ringing during a review. You know, that always happens. I don't get what's going on with that. John Morrison said he was supposed to have a match with The Miz, but he went back to Hollywood, and, you know, he still got the drip going on around here, so I guess he's going against Amos tonight. Whew, Amos in a one-on-one match. Not the best thing to watch. John Morrison, who's still Johnny Drip out here, which I was hoping something was going to change last week, but nope, he's still the drip man out here, and yes, Amos ended up beating him. Amos, he's trying, but it ain't really that good at the same time, too. As my co-host would say, that was the smoke break of this show. Especially when it's an Amos one-on-one match. And they killed Morrison. Next, AJ Styles ended up going against Scott Hall, Xavier Woods right there. Very good match. Not bad at all. AJ won with the calf killer, so that was not bad. So good. But in the main event, though, we did get Randy Orton, Matt Riddle, you know, RKBro. Hey, Randy, you know, one time I went to graduate high school, and, you know, I was little, but now I'm big. We're going to get the jet skis. We're going to get the babes. You know, you should graduate from high school. I'm not sure share that. And, you know, Randy, he walked off while Riddle's still talking, bro. But, yeah, he went against MVP and Bobby Lashley for the tag titles, which we all most likely knew MVP was going to take the pinfall anyways. Almost, and AJ tried to get involved until Orton fought him off, even throwing AJ into the table. Riddle ended up getting the floating bro and MVP for the win. Lashley ended up spearing Riddle. Orton dropped him with an RKO then after that, and that closed the show. Not a bad main event. Like I said, I felt like the first hour and a half of the show was not bad. But after that, that's when it started to fall off and start dropping all over the place then, okay? It did. Main event wasn't that bad, though, okay? But like I said, the best match out of this whole night was the triple threat match for the U.S. title. That was very enjoyable, and I recommend everybody go back to watch that, okay? That was great. But everything else kind of, like, it wasn't bad, but there was still some stuff that was pretty bad on this show at the same time, too, okay? But yeah, Raw, I was up and down. It wasn't the worst Raw, but it seemed better at the same time, too. But this wasn't all the way bad. It didn't suck out of the building. And the crowd was pretty good tonight in Oklahoma City also, so that wasn't bad also. I'm saying also a lot, but still, moving on. My point is this. Other than that, I'm done with this review, okay? It's been already been a lot of wrestling during this weekend. I probably should have reviewed one of those NWA shows now I think about it, but yeah, those NWA shows weren't that bad this weekend. But other than that, I will be back tomorrow night for the NXT review. NXT, man, a lot of changes are coming. A lot of changes are coming in NXT, and I don't really know how to feel about that all the way. With this new logo, yeah, not feeling all the way with myself right now, okay? I think I already said that last Friday. But, yeah, I will be back tomorrow night for the NXT review, okay? But I'm out here. See you guys later. Peace out. Follow me on Twitter at Hooded90.